Great. So now I will officially start the meeting now that we have Carlos with us. So hi, everybody, and welcome to this informational session about the Change Agent program. We are really happy to have you all here with us. It's very nice to see people from all over the world. And we are going to start today sharing quickly just some housekeeping rules. Just please, if you can put your name, last name, and maybe the country where you're from, you have been already sharing. That will help us to identify you. Please, of course, keep your mics closed. There will be time for questions after each section of the presentation so that you don't have to wait all the way to the end. And the meeting will be recorded so that the recording will be available later so that you can share with other people. So thank you for being here. And now I will give the floor to our Secretary General, Carlos Zambi, for some welcome words. Carlos, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you. This photo of mine is not, I was not prepared to see myself on the screen, but welcome everybody. I have a new name today, is Antonio. So it's a good name that fits me. I'm Carlos, why not Antonio? So good to see you all. My best greeting to all of you from the World YMCA, from my president, Soheila Hayek. I talked to her this morning. And then to all my colleagues, National General Secretaries and the representative, thank you for coming to this information. Change Agent program is now a kind of secondary brand of the YMCA. Throughout COVID, people are asking, what happened with the Change Agent program? We say, we will do it. What happened with the Change Agent program? We even have a strong letter to say, are you trying to shut down the Change Agent program? We say, no, we are not going to do it. And then at the World Council, when we say we are launching the 5th cohort of the Change Agent, everybody was happy, everybody was applauding, because we see the effect of this Change Agent program. Majority of young people in leadership in the YMCA now are change agents, and they are doing excellent job. We have 3 or 4 of them in all on our executive committee, and few are national general secretary or board chair. So there is a future on this change agent program. But throughout COVID, we learned something very important. It's about the change management process. It's about how do we deal with constant disruption in the society? How do we manage change? And then we adopt Vision 2030 in the ARUS. So how do we combine the change in society and the importance to lead organization during disruptive time with the Vision 2030, where we want to have a collective impact and we want to work as an ecosystem? These two are at the base of the new program we are putting forward for the Change Agent program. And you will see there are some new things we introduced, a smaller group, a shorter term, but we need to also keep that the physical meeting will be kept, maybe not 2, but only 1. Many other things that I cannot even remember, but the reason why we organize this meeting is to give you full information, because we extend the deadline so that if you have any doubts, you can still go for registration. So without talking too much, I want to hand over to Marie-Chris and taking the group behind this. There's Marie-Chris, Gloria, and all the area lead behind the scene working, Jan and Ange, and the whole team working behind this. I'm very grateful for you. And then we are looking forward to start the 5th cohort of the Change Agents. Over to you, Marie-Chris and Gloria.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Carlos. We are all very excited, and we have seen the excitement of young people in the registration, so that we will have an update on that. But before we continue, because now I have a big request from my friend Bonnie, who is here from our communications departments. So we want to do the group picture at the beginning, because now we have a lot of people that have joined in. So if you can please turn on your cameras so that we can do the group picture, that will be really, really cool, please. So turn on your cameras, put on your best smile, and Bonnie, you can lead us here.
Yeah, as soon as I see a few more cameras pop on, I'll give you the countdown. I'll take a few pictures, and then you can turn your cameras right back off.
Great. Great to see so many faces.
Yeah, it is
Mhm.
nice to see faces. All right, a couple more going on. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take it now. So just kind of smile for the camera. All right, ready? I'm going to take a few right now. All right, perfect. That was it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Bonnie. Great. So now we will continue with our agenda, and just for everybody to know what the agenda will be today, I will share here. So we had already the welcome words from our Secretary General. Following, we will have the testimonial from a former change agent. Then we will have the update on registrations and applications deadline, plus a small time for Q&A. Then we will go to the program overview. I think this is the heavy part of the meeting. We will give you much more detailed information about how the program is going to be developed. And so that's going to be very important. Then we have, again, a small time for Q&A. And then we will finish with the opportunities to collaborate and also a small Q&A. So now I will give the floor to our friend Ronald Sanger. He is now a member of our executive committee of the World Alliance of YMCAs. So Ronald, please, you have the floor. And one thing that I forgot, sorry, is we are having translation in this meeting. So if we can kind of manage our speaking rhythm so that our translator can work easily. So yes, and Ronald, please go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mary Chris. Can everyone hear me? Can I
yes,
say
very good. Yes.
Okay, awesome. I'm Ronald Sanger from the Gambia, Gambia YMCA. For those of you that don't know, the Gambia is the smallest country on mainland Africa, extreme west of West Africa. We're very tiny inside Senegal. As a change agent, coming into the YMCA for almost my entire life. I've been there from since I was young. And then I happened to be part of the YMCA change agent. The program has helped me realize who I am today. The trainings have been so impactful. I have helped in my community, and it has personally helped me grow as a person. We were told three things when we started. First is to be the change. To have an impact in your community, it has to start with you. You have to be the change, you have to lead that change, you have to be that voice for young people. Secondly, it says communicate the vision. You know where you want to go, you know what the vision is, but you have to spread it and share it with other young people. And that is exactly what we have done, and I have done as well as a young person in my YMCA. I have communicated that vision, and I continue to communicate that vision. And finally, you're here to inspire the action. Inspire the action. If the change has to occur, it has to begin with you. You have to lead the change. And all this put together has really affected my life and my journey at the YMCA. I was just a youth leader when I started the Change Agent program. Today, I am a competent member of the board. Actually, I am the acting board chair of the Gambia YMCA. I am currently on my second term at the World Alliance of YMCAs. I'm an EXCO member. And through the guidance of Mr. Carlos Sanvi right here, our president, Sohelia, past president Patricia Pelton, and all the entire executive of the World Alliance that work together for the interests of young people around the world. I head the governance committee with the trust of Carlos and Sohelia as our president. I am one of the youngest board chairs, committee chairs, and I have picked up from a very experienced past chair, Duncan Ingram, who has done an amazing work at the World Alliance of YMCAs. I have Brenda from Canada and Patricia Ingram himself as part of the governance committee. It's not easy having so much learned, experienced YMCA personnel working with you, but the challenge you turn into an opportunity to learn and to impact the lives of young people. So today, if I sit at the YMCA and I'm looking at policy documents, I'm looking at documents that affect how the YMCA is run, it's because of the training I've had at the YMCA, the training I've had with the Change Agent program. This program is so important, and I implore you to all take it very seriously. It's a life-changing training. It's a life-changing program. And as soon as you begin it and you're even done with it, you continue being a change agent for life. Whether you're young or you're old, this is what it is. And I am so happy for the opportunity that I've had to serve, the opportunity I'm still having to serve as well. And I pray that I continue to impact lives of young people in the Gambia, in Africa, and the world at large. So with that said, it's been an amazing journey. Since in 2017 till date. It's been an amazing journey, and I really appreciate all the training from Africa YMCA to World Alliance to all the young people I've met along the way. We've had collaborations, we've networked, and we've all together come together to help impact lives and change lives in our basic communities as change agents. So I think that is it. I have limited time to really talk about a lot of things, but I believe I've spoken a little bit about being a change agent and the impacts it has had on my life. Mary Grace?
Thank you, Ronald. And yes, big claps to you. We are really proud of you and of the work that you're doing. And just as Ronald, we have many change agents serving in different parts of the YMCA. Myself and Gloria, we are change agents of Cohort 1. So we are also here as part of the program, and we can be a testimonial as well of what the program has done for each of us. So if you are there representing your YMCA and you're still having doubts about the program, I think the message from Ronald was very clear. Get engaged. Please send us your young people, because we know that this is going to be a great experience for them. Continue.
Mary Chris,
yes.
Before I just end, I just want to inform them that when I started the EXCO journey, I was, I believe, one of 4 past change agents that served on the executive committee, and they're still change agents still serving on the executive committee of the World Alliance of YMCAs. So it's very impactful. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much, Ronald. Okay, so we continue with our agenda.
Maybe it's good to see who are change agents on this call. I saw that Rana say, me too, I was change agent. So how many people are change agents on the call already?
Oh, we can see.
Just raise your hand.
Rana, let me see the names. Ivory, yes, Ivory was the change agent as well. Yeah, very good.
Gloria, Chris.
Yeah, and we have many change agents, like in the executive committee, in the regional offices, in the national offices. So yeah, change agents are everywhere. Thank you very much, Ronald. It was great to hear your testimonial and your journey with the YMCA and from the change agent program. I think it's been amazing. So now we continue, and I will go with an update on registrations and the deadline for applications. Oh, there is some music in the background. Wait, what happened there? Is it me who's sharing music? Can you hear the music? Sorry.
No, can't hear any music. No.
Okay.
No music.
When I put a presentation, I hear music. I don't know.
It's part of the presentation, actually. If you can,
okay.
We can hear it anyways. Don't worry.
Okay. Okay. Good. Sorry about that. A little technical thing. Okay. So I will go with the update on registrations and deadline for applications. So until yesterday, Monday, 27th of February, we had 260 applications You can see here how it's spread on the genders. So we have a little bigger representation from male gender, and then we have 40% of female and a little percentage that prefers not to say. So we have a big number of applications so far. And as you might have seen in the call for applications, we will actually have a capacity for 100 to 120. How is this cohort seen through the representation of the areas? We can see a big number of Africa applications. So 73% of those 260 are from Africa. Then we have APA, who has around 15 applications. Canada, that has around 4. Europe has also about 15 to 17 applications. LACA has 8. Middle East has 12 applications, and the US has 6 applications. What we want to make clear here is that, of course, this is an application process. There will be a selection process after we close when we pass the deadline, and the quotas will be allocated per region. I have been receiving a lot of emails asking about quotas per country, but we are not giving quotas per country, but per region. And we, of course, will give quotas in an equitable way so that everybody has the opportunity to join the program. We have also been asked the question, what will happen with the participants that won't be able to join this change agent cohort, and we don't want them to be discouraged. So it is in the plans, seeing how this cohort goes, that next year, the next cohort will start. So all those participants that might not be able to join the program this year, they might have the opportunity to join next year. And maybe for next year, we will try to plan for a bigger group. But for this year, those are kind of the capacities that we have, because we are also piloting a completely different program that we have had before. You will see it very soon in the program overview, which is why we are going to a limited amount of participants that we will take onto the program. We have a new deadline for applications. So the first deadline was actually today, 28th of February, but now we have changed this deadline for the 15th of March. So you still have a full 2 weeks to do any internal processes in your YMCAs to select your applicants to the program. Then we will have selection and recruitment from the 15th of March until the 24th of March. And this is something new that we begin from the very beginning. We are starting completely different. We will have a virtual opening gathering on the 5th of April. All the admitted change agents will receive, of course, the proper invitation on time. This will be a space for them to get to know each other, to hear some inspiration, to learn about how the program is going to be. So we're really excited about this virtual opening. Then we will have the delivery of the program from the 11th of April until the end of the year, so the 31st of December. There is where we will have all the modules and the different assignments that the change agents will be doing. Then from January 2024 until May 2024, we will have the alumni opportunities. You will know about this also in the later presentation. And we will have, as Carlos mentioned, the in-person component is very important. We have value from all the cohorts that one of the most important things for all the participants is that opportunity to actually get to be together, to share for a few days, to learn from each other. So we are also planning for an in-person gathering that will happen in June, July 2024. We will have the information about the place, the cost, the dates, and all of that by July this year, so that you can plan ahead for that. Okay, so this is the update on applications and registration. So if there is any question until now, please, you can raise your hand or unmute yourself if you want to know anything about this section. I don't see any hands, any mics. So if there are no questions, we will continue to the next section of the presentation. That's great. So now we will go with the juicy part of this meeting, and I'm really excited to share here with my colleague Gloria about the program overview and what we have planned for the new cohort of change agents. So as I mentioned, we will have a virtual opening on the 5th of April. This will be at 3 p.m. Geneva time. And our main objective is for change agents to understand how they fit and how we are all working towards the same goal. Now, as you know, we have approved Vision 2030, and Vision 2030 is a key central point of the change agent program. So this will help them understand what the road will be through the year. Then we will have the foundational learning. Of course, we want all our change agents to have the same level of understanding about the YMCA and about Vision 2030. Some of them might have heard about it, some of them might not. So we'll have two modules here. Module 1 will be YMCA context, where they will understand the philosophy of the YMCA through the local, national, regional, and global level. They will learn about the leadership and the governance, how it works, and they will be able to analyze more critically how the YMCA works and how what their roles are also in their YMCAs. Then we will have a module on Vision 2030. Of course, we want them to know and be kind of experts of Vision 2030. So we will have we want the change agents to develop the skills to be innovative and solution-oriented for the YMCA so that they can contribute to achieve Vision 2030. You can see here, of course, in the screen, the program specifics. We don't go into that now, but as you can see, it's about modules of 1 month, 6 to 7 hour commitment for the participants, and these modules are mandatory for them. Then we go to this part, which is really exciting for all of us. We have called it the 21st century skills. In here, we have 4 modules. Module 3 is called Transformation 360. As Ronald mentioned, for example, he was said, be the change. So first, we will start with the self-transformation. And this module will give the participants the tools and the skills so that they can improve themselves, so they can learn more about themselves, and after that they will be able to have an impact in their community. Then we have the next module, which is called Building Movements. The objective of this module is to provide participants the core elements of advancing change by investing power in people and organizations. So after we transform them, then we want them to start learning how is it that we actually can build a movement. And then we go to new resources. It's very important because to fulfill our mission, we need resources, and we all know that. So the objective of this module is to build in participants the skills, the knowledge, and the tools to be successful in raising resources and funds toward their personal courses. So we want our change agents to be ready to apply for any funds locally, regionally, if there are any private funds available, that they have those skills to actually go to a partner and say, I have this project, I have this idea, and how is it that we can work together? So we want them to have those skills as well. And then we have the last module, which is called Influencing Change. Last module from the 21st century skills, which has as objective to build the leadership capabilities of youth who can advocate globally for the changes needed in their community. So we have gone from personal to community with the building movement, finding the resources to do that, and then we go to influencing change, which is the next level on the impact that we want to make. And this module is going to give them those skills so that they can really advocate, they can think about systems change, how they advocate, how they lobby for any causes. So we think this is also a very important module. All of this module will have a 1 month duration of a 6 to 7 hour time commitment for all of the change agents. And all of these modules are mandatory as well. Then we go to the experiential learning. We have a module which is called Good Design. Of course, we want our change agents to learn by doing. So all of this will be delivered in a very interactive way. They will not just sit there to read, but they will actually be doing during the whole process of the delivery of the program. So with this module, we want to provide the participant hands-on tools on models to practical and creative problem-solving approaches. Of course, through the youth-led solutions, which was the initiative that we had during COVID, we have seen how young people are able to really take the change in their own hands. So this module will give them those tools so that they know how to develop a project from the human-centered design and co-design. So we think that's a really important approach that we are using, and we want them to have also those tools. This module is going to be 2 months. It's the only module that will take 2 months, and it will be 16-hour commitment, 8 hours per month as well. So the time commitment is almost the same per month. Then we have the elective modules. And from here, they will be able to choose if they want to do any of them or if they don't. If they don't, that is also okay, but they have the ability. And the idea of these elective modules is that they have a little bit more of capacity. They have more knowledge about different topics. So that's why we have made them elective. Vision 2030, we will have we will provide participants with an in-depth perspectives and knowledge about the Vision 2030 pillar on which the respective YMCAs are focusing. Through our registration, for example, we have already checked what pillars the potential participants would like to work, what pillars they think their YMCAs need to work more in. So we will have content on the 4 different pillars so that they can have a better idea on what they could work on their YMCAs. And then we have the other elective modules, which are focusing on different topics that we have seen through the years that are kind of a need for many people. So one of them is migrants and refugees. Then we have social inclusion, good governance, and Christian identity. So these are our elective modules, and they will have a month to experience, and this will be, of course, self-paced. They will have the opportunity to do them in their own time. So there is no really a time commitment, also because they are elective. So now I will give the floor to my colleague, Gloria. And Gloria, please go ahead.
Thank you so much, Marie-Chris. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all you who have joined us this afternoon. And what I'm going to pick up from Marie-Chris is to help answer the question for the change agents. What happens next? What happens after they are done taking their coursework across the 6 modules and the 2 elective modules between the months of April until December 31st? So before I can share the opportunities that we provide to the participants beyond the coursework, I would just like to probably also highlight that we have other engagement opportunities for the participants beyond the 7 modules that have been highlighted. One of the key opportunities we will provide the participants during the delivery of the program from April until December is the option for mentorship. So participants will have an option to apply for individual matching of mentors, and that is an opportunity that we will talk about in a few minutes for you as national movements, as local YMCAs, to nominate a mentor to come and work alongside our young participants and support them in their professional and leadership journey. Another learning engagement or opportunity we have for the participants is the opportunity for peer networking. The participants are going to be grouped in groups of at least 5 to 10 individuals based on their shared interests alongside aligned to Vision 2030 and in their geographic representation. And they will work in these teams to support each other, to network, to learn from each other under the guidance of a team champion. Another opportunity that we will delve deeper later in the next slides on how, as a national movement or local YMCA, You can support their young people through their teamwork journey by nominating or recommending a team champion to apply to the program. And then the third opportunity is going now to be presented across these three pillars that you can see on Sharing Fire. So we have invested in the participants for 8 months. What goes next from them? Now it's our time to ask the participants to share the fire for all the resources, networking, the knowledge that we will have invested in them. Participants will have an option to select at least one of the three options that you can see on the screen. That is 1, youth-led solutions, Y Connect or YMCA opportunities. Under youth-led solutions, we provide participants a platform where they can come together, form teams or just as individuals, and design solutions to challenges they are facing in their national movements or in their communities aligned to Vision 2030. Under the youth-led solutions, we are going to bring in key players or potential partners who are going to bring to life the solutions that the young people are going to design within the first 2 months of 2024. And they will get the chance then to implement that in their communities with the support of their national and local YMCAs. And then we have another opportunity on engaging participants beyond the program delivery, that is via Y Connect platform. Y Connect is going to be a social platform that will serve as a one-stop shop for the participants to continue to enhance their success in Vision 2030. Under Y Connect, we will bring together internal YMCA individuals who will want to provide further knowledge sharing, job opportunities, networking opportunities, webinars to participants aligned to Vision 2030. We will bring together also external partners or collaborators who will continuously continue to share with the participants resources that will boost their knowledge and their ideas and their skills on how they can amplify their impact across their movements. And another opportunity for Y Connect will be for us to continue following the lives of the participants as they share their commitment and the work that they are doing in their respective YMCAs after the program. And then the third pillar of opportunities as alumni for the participants is going to be opportunities within the YMCA as a movement. We will work closely with the national movements, local YMCAs and area alliances to afford participants access to opportunities such as internship placements or volunteer placement opportunities. As you will be implementing your Vision 2030 strategies, we will afford you skilled young people with knowledge, with networking, with all the resources that we will have afforded them to help you in implementing Vision 2030. So if at any point you will have opportunities for internship or volunteer opportunities for the young people, make use of our change agents because they come loaded with all the information and all the resources you need from young people in implementing Vision 2030. And then also, as you have seen, we have Ronald representing young people in the executive committee or board members. There's going to be an option for young people's representation in the pillar teams for Vision 2030 and in our different various capacities of the board members. So after presenting the three opportunities, then we officially transition our participants into the alumni section via the graduation event that is going to be a physical gathering. The place is going to be confirmed, as my colleague Marie-Chris has mentioned, and the date as well. Another opportunity for the movements to also come together and support our young people so that they can gather together as they make this formal commitment to continue being the voices and ambassadors for both Vision 2030 Change Agent Program and the community work that we have across our movements. And I will pause there and hand over to Marie-Chris if it's question and answer.
We continue, Gloria, until the end of this presentation, and then we open the questions.
All right, sounds good. Then we will go to highlight to you how the entire participant journey of a change agent looks like. with the different touch points, physical touch points and digital touch points. So we begin with awareness, and as you know, we are still in the awareness phase, trying to mobilize and recruit individuals or our young members who are interested in the program. This is an opportunity for local YMCAs and national associations or movements to come together and help us to get the word out to our participants. Let our participants know how important this program is going to be for them and the movement. Let them know that we are putting into consideration aspects of inclusion. We have received questions with regards to inclusivity for language. So it's good news from our side to let you know that we are going to provide options for translation, Spanish and French translation to different aspects or components of the program. So individuals shouldn't shy away from applying because of the language option, but we will be there to support them. So at the awareness stage, we call on to you for collaboration opportunities to get the word out to our participants. And then after the awareness, we go now to the onboarding and launch. With the onboarding and launch from the World YMCA in collaboration with the area alliances, we will develop participants pack that will be shared with the selected individuals. The 100 to 120 finalists will receive a pack that is going to provide them with more information how to get the best out of the program, the support they will receive from the national, local YMCAs, area alliances, and World YMCA. And you as a national movement or as a local YMCA, the onboarding support you can provide to the participants is to provide them with the registration fee that will be required for their payment before we can facilitate the official recruitment or registration of the selected finalists. And then 2, please provide them with any space or support in your YMCAs if they need access to internet in order to submit any required information or access any information that we will send out to them. That is the onboarding and launch. And for the launch as well, we will share a detailed agenda in time, and we will welcome you to join us if you want to be present to support your participants. Then we move now to the content delivery. With the content delivery phase again, as we have mentioned, participants will have a chance to work in teams and they will need team champions. So we welcome you to help us get our word out as we are recruiting the team champions. And participants might be in need of also internet access or devices or hardware to access the content. So this is a collaboration opportunity for YMCAs to provide a platform for the participants to access the content that we will provide online. And also, we know that we have a good resource of content out there within the YMCAs. We are calling out on the YMCAs to provide us content across the modules that we have just shared that will be delivered to the participants, and we will have a criteria of selecting the content that we are going to have. And then another way that you can support the participants in the touch point for content delivery is through mentorship. There's going to be an option for individual mentorship for the participants. So if you know any individuals across your networks, I would urge you to advise them or recommend them to apply as mentors and support our young people in their journey for the program. From the content delivery, the participants go to the touch point of impact and engagement, and that is across the 3 pillars that I just recently shared: youth-led solutions, Y Connect, and then opportunities for YMCA. How we look to collaborate with national and local YMCAs is 1, for youth-led solutions. Of course, implementation of the solutions that young people are going to propose. The local YMCAs and national YMCAs can support them to ensure that the solutions provide the intended impact in your movement and in the community. Y Connect, again, they will need resources to get online. If they can get that space within your movements, please provide the participants. And then YMCA opportunities, internships, voluntary opportunities, we welcome you to share that with us so that we can provide or afford them to our alumni. And then we move now to graduation, elevation, and advocacy. So our young people come in handy as change agent ambassadors, Vision 2030 ambassadors, or a youth voice whenever you need to work with them. Please be very welcoming to work with them, as they will be providing you with lots of youth perspectives in your work as you roll out Vision 2030. So those are the key touch points for our change agents individual participant journey. And as you can see, it provides opportunities for both digital and physical collaboration from the local, national, regional to global level. Next slide, Mary Chris. So for this slide, I believe most of us are familiar with this informational overview or brochure. It just represents now the organizational collaboration opportunities, which I have already highlighted at the awareness stage. We would like to work with you together and present you the opportunity to help us with the outreach and mobilization on onboarding and launch. We are welcoming you also to provide the support to the participants for the registration fees, for the spaces that they need to submit all the required documentations. If it is the letter of endorsement from either the president or the NGS, kindly support your applicants or your participants. And then for the launch as well, provide them with spaces for internet access so that they can attend the launch. Content delivery, we welcome you again. The last slide that of course we're going to share, we have the links on how you can submit applications for interested individuals who want to provide content to the participants. Impact and engagement as well, we call unto you to work with us to ensure that the participants get to share the fire of all the investment they will have received from the local YMCA's national movements, regional and global level. Mentors, we are on the call for mentors and also calling out for team champions. And we have detailed briefs that we have shared via correspondence on email and on our social media pages as well. And then graduation, elevation, and advocacy. We will also be working closely together at all levels of the worldwide YMCA movement to ensure that we can be able to gather the data that we need from the participants so that we can advocate for future cohorts of the Change Agents program. Next slide, Mary Chris. All right, so we pause there for any question,
Yes.
answer, feedback, thoughts.
Yes, so here we open the floor for any questions that you might have, any doubts. Please, the floor is open.
I have a small question, if possible.
Yes, of course.
Maybe I didn't understand it properly, but I understood that there is a possibility to connect existing internships within our own organizations. In my case, YMCA the Netherlands, to the Change Agent program. What would this exactly look like? I did not fully grasp the details. Does it mean that we propose an internship like we do regularly, and we have someone from the Change Agent program join it, or does it only apply to our own candidate, or what are the details on that?
We have the liberty depending on your needs. What we are just proposing is that as the change agents are going to graduate from the program, they are going to be in possession of lots of knowledge and resources and networking and skills that they can afford you, especially in the implementation of Vision 2030 or any community work. So if within your Netherlands YMCA association, you're looking for a young person, you can just let us know the profile of the candidate that you are looking for, and we will be able to assist you in allocating or finding the right fit for the YMCA Netherlands so that the young people can get to apply what they have learned and they can be of use to YMCA Netherlands. It can be anyone from YMCA Netherlands, but if you see a virtual component to it that can still support your work, then we'll be happy to facilitate that connection.
Also,
Perfect,
Maria,
thank you.
All these opportunities will be available for them in the Y Connect portal as well. So
yes,
they will be able to kind of see all those opportunities that are available and apply if there is any possibilities. So, oh, any other questions or doubts?
Pregunta o duda.
Sorry, 1 second, Mikita. I think Emilia is not
Disculpe,
properly assigned to the translation channel. So if you can maybe check that. Rana, please go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Excuse me for my voice. I just want to check if I understood very well. When we're talking about the sharing fire, you mentioned that these actions are elective, not mandatory. So we consider that the change agent can choose one of these three opportunities in order to reach the graduation, or they have to follow the three. And I don't know if you can please elaborate more. And one more question regarding the selection. How many change agents we can delegate or call for to apply for the program? And are you going to select among them a minimum number? So I would like to know, because it will help us in the recruitment process to know how many change agents we can delegate. Thank you.
Thank you, Rana. Marie-Chris, can you check Rana's question? Then we go to Anne-Louise. Is that okay? All right.
Yes.
So I will respond with regards to sharing fire module, and then my colleague Marie-Chris will respond to you, Rana, about how many young people you can nominate. So with regards to sharing fire, I know under each of the pillars, it says elect. It just means that they get to elect at least one of the three options that they have. But for the participant to graduate formally, they need to take up at least one of either youth-led solutions, Y Connect, or YMCA opportunities. Or if chosen, they can also be able to select three of them. So it's not limiting, but it's elective based on, it's like a menu. They have youth-led solutions, Y Connect, YMCA opportunities, and they select 1, 2, or 3 that they think is of interest to them, but they have to do at least one of them in order to graduate. So it's only elective in terms of interests, and then they have to do at least one of them. Thank you, Rana. And over to Marie-Chris.
Yes, as I mentioned a little bit earlier, the quotas are not allocated per country. So I cannot give an exact number of how many change agents we will be taking per country. We will allocate the quotas per region. So that means that equitably, we will try to, all those 100, 120 spots that we will have, we will try to divide them into the different regions of the YMCA. So say if you want a number, I would say around 2 change agents could be accepted as the final participants. But this is a very random number. And again, we will have, this process will be done hand by hand by the area leads, which are our contact points in all the regional offices of the YMCAs, so that we can ensure that we are having and giving access to all of the national YMCAs. So this is the way that we have planned to do it. I hope that answers your question, Rana.
Yes.
Perfect. Now, Anne-Louise, please go ahead.
Thank you. First of all, I wanted to say I love your visuals and your slides. The participant journey slide is fabulous, as is the next slide. It's really helping to tell the story, so I appreciate that. I am supporting our regional lead, Jessica, and so this is all very new to me, so I apologize for this question, but for our area, so YMCA Canada, is there, I'm just trying to understand how we support from any content and where that might happen with the change agents in their journey. So I'm pretty sure that we're going to support with content. I'm just not sure if that conversation's in this presentation or if there's a little bit more information on that.
Thank you so much, Anne, and thank you for making it today to represent Jessica, who we have been working with very closely. in co-designing this entire program. So yes, there's going to be many opportunities for YMCA Canada to work together in this program, beginning right now from even the recruitment process, where we're going to work very closely in the recruitment of the participants and outreach. And then when it comes to the content delivery, we have a link that we'll be more than happy also to share with you and Jessica, that you can spread across your local associations in Canada or your external partners based on the different modules that we have just shared. And what we are going to need is just, let's say, a link or any information to existing content that you have that we can then use to assess based on the criteria, if it fits the criteria of the level or quality of content that we want to provide to the participants. Then another way that we are also going to work very closely together with our areas in the delivery of the program is in the coordination of the team champions and the learning teams for the participants. As I mentioned before, the participants at the onset of the beginning of the program are going to be grouped in teams of between 5 to 10 individuals based on shared interest aligned to Vision 2030 and based on their geographic location. Each learning team will be afforded a team champion who's going to be like their guide, a listening person that will ensure the participants are always on the same page in networking and understanding the program components. So the area leads are going to help with the coordination of the relationship between the team, the learning teams, and the team champions. So this is where YMCA Canada is also going to be very crucial in the delivery of the content. And then also not forgetting to mention the mentors. We have an opportunity to recruit individual mentors who will be matched as an optional opportunity for participants. So across YMCA Canada, you can share with them the link, individuals or your networks of associations, for anyone who would like to nominate themselves or apply to be mentors and work and support the young people. So there's all those opportunities to work with YMCA Canada.
Great, thank you so much. We've definitely sent over the information about the champions and the mentors, so that's fabulous. So we'll look at, so then we'll provide you with content for delivery, and you'll see if it fits your criteria.
Definitely.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. And that will be so. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne-Louise. If there are no more questions, we will go to the next section, which has already been touched a little bit, which is about opportunities to collaborate. But Gloria, I give the floor back to you. Ooh, give me 1 second.
Yes, thank you so much, Marie-Chris. And I think this is an easier slide to go through as opposed to the other very detailed information that we have. So the opportunities to collaborate, just to highlight again what I have mentioned, one, engage your young members or adults from your networks as delegates in the program. So collaboration opportunities for outreach and mobilization. Feel free to retweet or repost any information or messages from our social media pages. We have sent out this informational overview to each movement. Feel free to contextualize the information that we have here to your audience and help with the outreach and mobilization. Content development, again, we believe that we have very good information across our worldwide YMCA movement. And so for this reason, we welcome an opportunity to contribute content around coursework modules, webinar presenters, reading materials, or pre-recorded content. So one thing that I think I have not reinforced is about webinar presenters. When you go through the program delivery or design that we have, each of the modules is going to be kicked off by webinar presenters or case studies. So we will bring in individuals who are industry experts across the 7 modules to kickstart the modules for the participants. And this is going to be in form of either individual guest speakers, panel experts, or webinar presentations. So for example, if you have a contact to anyone within the YMCA or outside the YMCA that you believe is a really good speaker and can help with real life case studies, under the 7 modules that we have shared, please refer them to us and we'll be more than happy to engage them during the delivery of the program. Any reading materials that you have out there as well, share with us and we can disseminate this to the participants during the program or any pre-recorded content. And then another collaboration opportunity is working with change agent solution teams to design and implement solutions post-program delivery. So under the youth-led solutions component or pillar, there's an opportunity for national and local YMCAs to support our young people as they come together to apply what they have learned to develop and design solutions and implement in their communities. The 4th opportunity, is on employee engagement, and this is about service as mentors to support the participants, to help them in their development in their professional and leadership skills, and of course, reinforcing the team champions opportunities for individuals who want to support the participants' program engagement in their learning teams. And of course, this is also an opportunity for your YMCA to network and design or devise new connections, learning and sharing with young leaders and partner organizations who are also going to be integral in the delivery of the program. So these are just so many, a myriad of opportunities. And as a YMCA, please feel free to select which fits best your needs or an opportunity that you can present to us that we can leverage on, and we'll be more than happy to work together with you. Thank you, Marie-Chris.
Thank you, Gloria, for sharing. Any questions on this section? I think we already had a couple of them about collaboration, but if there are any particular questions about this, we will hand you with the link in a bit so that you can go and check all of these collaboration opportunities into our website, so you can have all the information there. You can share it with your network of YMCA local branches, and so that we can have our word get into more people. If there are no more questions, I will go to the last part of our presentation, and it is how to best engage the change agents within your YMCAs. This has been a question that has been asked during the years, and I think it's very important that you know all the different opportunities that you have from having your participants joining the change agent program. So one of them is decision making. Your change agents will be very highly motivated, very highly trained. So we think it's important, if you have any decision making processes like strategic planning, committees, boards, and any other processes, that you can involve them in any of these tables, because they will bring really good and fresh inspiration, skills, ideas. So this is one very important point. They will become Vision 2030 ambassadors. As you have heard through the presentation, Vision 2030 is a key element of the program. We have foundational learning, we have on the elective through the 20th century skills, Vision 2030 is embedded into that. So if there is any opportunity to use your change agents for any program reviews that you want to do, organize webinars about Vision 2030, this will be a great way to give them the space in your YMCAs. Youth representative, of course, your change agent will have the skills, the knowledge, the tools to actually be a representative of the youth voices in your YMCA, so you can give them that mandate in different meetings and different opportunities that you can have. They could even be speakers at different events. The youth-led solutions, as Gloria has mentioned, we will have this component as an elective, but we also encourage you to encourage your participants to go for the seed funding, because this is a very clear way to make an impact in the community. Your change agents will be able to respond to a need of your community. So the implementation of a project is a great way to expose and to give the space to your change agent to actually make that change happen. Internships, also, as Gloria mentioned, there will be opportunities for different internships, either in your YMCA or in other YMCAs. So we also ask you to support your change agents if this opportunity becomes available. And of course, you will have potential staff or super engaged volunteers. We have seen from the registration, we have a big number of volunteers applying to the program and also a big group of staff that are already YMCA staff. But in your change agent, you will have the opportunity to have either a new staff or a new volunteer that will be very highly motivated, that will be eager to join and participate as much as they can. So we advise you to take that opportunity to give them the space to be there, because you are investing on them. So the idea is that you can also gain from this process, from this program, and the skills, the knowledge, the energy, the inspiration that your change agents are going to get. So this is all that we wanted to share. If there are any other questions or comments, please, this is the time to make them. So the floor is open. Also in the chat, I just posted the link to our website where you can find this presentation that we have shared today. You can also find the opportunities to collaborate so that you can have an easy access, all the links to apply for a mentor, for a champion, for content. If you want to share content are there. So please keep that link safe. We will also share it with the recording of this meeting so that you can have easy access to it. Any questions or any comments? I think there are none. So yeah, I mean, if there are no questions or no comments, Gloria, any final words before we can then close the meeting?
Not final words, but then I will just be keen to gauge on the level of excitement from people or just commitment now after seeing the program overview and the opportunities it presents for your movement and for the young people that you work with. On a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being I'm super excited to have my YMCA and young people engaged in the Change Agents program, with 1 being I'm still confused yet to understand what this new Change Agents for 5.0 is about, so I need time. Please feel free to type on the chat box so that we see where we are at and we see what we need to bridge between 1 to 10. 10 being very excited, 9.9. Thank you, John.
Ooh,
11 from Ivory, Christian 8. Okay. We have a 10 from Amanda.
Valeria, 10 from
Peru,
Peru.
8 from Jonathan. Thank you so much, everyone. 8. For the 6 and for the 8, we will do our best as we have shared. We have our communications details there, an email. If you want to reach us via email, please feel free to email Marie-Chris, go to our website, social media, and we will make our best to bridge that 6 or 8 to a 10, so that we are all on the same page come 5th of April or come 15th of March. All right. Thank you so much,
very
everyone.
much.
That's a good number.
Thank you very much. And thank you, Carlos, for joining us. And we hope you have a good rest of the day wherever you are.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And thank you,
you, everyone.
Emilia, for the translation.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.